Just a quick recap. Verizon's quarterly earnings call just ended, and I wanted to highlight some more numbers and some interesting statements made by Verizon. So if you guys have seen my video that I released this morning, the initial numbers that you're seeing on the main page in that video were the total wireless ads. So strictly just wireless retail postpaid phone ads, they did 267,000 for the quarter, which is still good coming from Verizon. Out of that 267,000, 78,000 were tablet ads, and then the rest were phone ads. So as you see here, churn did spike a little. It went from 0.63 to 0.67, but nothing to worry about. As I mentioned in previous videos, it's saturated, it's competitive. So that's naturally going to happen. So a couple of other things that they mentioned, which is totally new. For the first time this quarter in Q3, Verizon announced fixed wireless numbers. So they added a total of 129,000 broadband ads. Out of that 129,000, 55,000 came from fixed wireless. So they are reporting that. They have a total now of 150,000 total fixed wireless ads at the end of Q3, with the addition of the 55,000 that they added during Q3. So almost more than half, or close to half, of the total broadband ads came from fixed wireless. What is that telling us? Fios is a great product, don't get me wrong, but they have not expanded it. So once they get more of that millimeter wave footprint out there, and once C-band goes on air, we can confidently say that fixed wireless is going to outgrow Fios in a big way. That's just naturally going to happen because that product is going to be at a nationwide scale. Now, one thing that they didn't mention is out of the 55,000, how many came from millimeter wave and how many from the 4G LTE product, because C-band is not on air yet. They did not disclose that, but adding 55,000 is still a pretty significant number in my opinion. So another thing to note that was very interesting, again, Verizon is chasing the higher quality customer. They stated this last year during one of their earnings calls. They are not chasing unprofitable growth. They clearly stated that. So out of the 267,000 ads, or the 186,000, I don't remember the number total, but out of those ads for the postpaid side for phones, 66% of those customers chose premium unlimited. That is a big number. That means Verizon is driving the revenue and profits in the right direction. There's no other way to put it. One thing that I was confident about before these numbers came out is the financials were going to look good. They are still early on in moving customers to the unlimited plans. And they are still heavily focused on moving customers into premium unlimited, whether they be new or customers that have been on the network. They are focused on that, and they are driving promos and value towards that. So the revenues were going to be big and the profits are going to be big. And the ARPU is growing as well. They're making money here on this growth. They're making money. So the way to put it is, if T-Mobile takes on this same strategy, it would also benefit them, of course, as well. They are now driving people into Magenta Max to get a certain promo, but with all the free lines, 50% off, it would take T-Mobile, of course, growing more customers to make a similar type of money on a quarterly basis. Now, that's not me saying that T-Mobile is making the same amount of money. I'm just saying it would take them lots more volume of growth at the lower numbers to make the same type of money if they were to ever catch up. So those are just a few interesting things that I wanted to mention. C-band build, more than $1 billion now spent on actual deployment for the quarter, $2 billion spent on equipment purchases. So that's ramping up. They got money. They have money. They can allocate it however they want to do it. They almost spent 14 billion this quarter. I mean, for the year already. As I mentioned, when T-Mobile goes down to their lowest capex of 9 billion, Verizon will spend that in 2 quarters almost. So there's money going around for Verizon, lots of money. Again, they do have the cost to carry. They got to go back to all the sites in rural. They got to change radios to get DSS up and running. They got to scale 5G. They have to go back. They have to modernize the sites. They got to get C-band out there. They got millimeter wave that they're wanting to deploy 14,000 nodes per year on an annual basis for the next several years. And then they got fiber. They want to be at 2,000 fiber miles per month. That's expensive. That's going to cost money, but they're spending and allocating money for that. So that's fine. The progress we will see, and they'll catch up fairly quickly. They'll get C-band out to scale very quick. They are on target of hitting their 100 million by the first quarter. They're going to hit that. They're targeting 175 million between 2022 2023. They will likely hit that. I think they accelerate that even more. They just have money. There's money there. So that means all contractors take priority over Verizon because they're likely paying more. So they're going to accelerate very quickly. They will get there. We're going to start seeing it on the testing firms once the C-band goes on air with the ILEC footprint. Verizon discussed this during the earnings. They're going to have the owner economics. They're going to blast that backhaul. We're going to start seeing more than a gig speeds off of the 60 megahertz coupled with the LTE backend. It's going to be very fast. So they're going to start winning back the awards on the third-party testings besides root metrics. They're going to start winning open signal again. They're going to start winning Ookla again. They're going to do it. The top 46 PEAs covers a lot of that footprint where these testing firms test. So just keep that in mind. They're going to be able to scale that very quickly. Then auction 110, perhaps they bought some in the markets where C-band doesn't clear. So they'll be positioned to compete greatly, and they'll be at a scale very quickly. Trust me, it's going to go by quick. 2021 is almost done. 2022 is around the corner. They're going to scale throughout 2022. They're going to scale very quickly. They still got CBRS in their arsenal. Millimeter wave is there as well. Then the repeaters will likely start coming online. They'll be positioned very well to compete and excel in their strategy. So let me know what you think about this recap. Look forward to reading your comments. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.